5, and my mother used to make costumes for F. Lee Bailey's mother, who ran a kids, a very classy daycare center, very, very classy one. And the F. Lee Bailey used to drive me nuts. And he went to jail, so I'm sorry. So,
is he a lawyer?
He was a lawyer, yes. So anyway, I saw my first puppet show there, and it was afterwards the puppeteers who were all probably in their early 20s. When you're only 5, you don't know how old people are. One of the 5-year-olds on Sesame Street said, I said, how old are you think I am? He said, 17. The other one said 100. So actually the latter
They were
one
both
was,
right.
the latter one was closer. But anyway, I got a hold of I wanted to do puppets as soon as I saw a puppet show. And I got a hold of a puppet for 5 cents and in a rummage sale. And I had a stuffed green snake my mother had made out of flannel. And I had built a theater out of scrap stuff we had in our old barn. And I put up a sign, which I was drawing a lot then. Puppet show, 2 cents. And 16 people came. So I got rich at the end of the day. And that was in 1942. 32 cents would take you to the movies 3 times. You would get at least 12 pieces of candy. You got for a penny. Them days are gone forever. So my mother took pity on me. She grew up in England, used to see Punch and Judy shows on the beach at Blackpool. And so she built me a Punch and Judy show, unbeknownst to me, while I was off at school. So all these beautiful puppets, Punch, Judy, and Baby, the policeman, Hangman. So she did out the script for me and built a theater. So I still have that theater. It's a little too little for me now. But I started giving puppet shows. By the time I was 12, I started doing my birthday parties. And I put myself through art school with them. And sometimes I had to do actual work. Because you could only sell puppet shows in the winter and late fall and around Christmas. After that, you starve. But I kept with it, and eventually I joined the Air Force, took my puppets with me to Las Vegas, and I had my own TV show called The Rascal Rabbit Show. Paid $10 a week. People think if you're on television, you're going to be rich, but don't count on it. But the day that Jim hired me, I said, how much shall I get paid? He said, we have a tradition. I said, what's that? He said, you won't get paid much. I said, oh, I had the opposite idea in mind, but eventually, that's how I got it.
Yeah. David, how did Mr. Parker's neighborhood, how did you end up on that?
Let's see. Well, I'm not really a puppeteer. I started as a clown, as did Jim at the Pittsburgh Playhouse.
Tell them the name of the clown.
And it was a tradition. The Pittsburgh Playhouse is one of the best children's theaters in the country. It's about 60 years old now, or longer, with professional actors, etc. But they had a host of theater, for the children's theater, called Bimbo the Clown. Now, you can't do that much anymore, but we were both Bimbo. I did it for about 7 years, and then Jim, I think, followed me at some point, didn't you?
Yeah.
A little later.
A little later.
And then he did it on television.